It's Feel Good Friday with Dr. Phil 2. It's time to fill your Friday with something good. Come on together, let's shape a new start with clarity, confidence, and purpose. It's Feel Good Friday. Hey, what's up, everybody? Listen, this is Feel Good Friday. That means you got to feel good about something today. I mean, there's a lot to be angry about or upset about or concerned about, but today we feel good about something. And we are here. We are in the studio with none other than the one and only Dr. Sherry Hislop. And guess what, everybody? She's an author. She's a speaker. She's an educator. And we are here to talk about her book. But before we get into that, everybody, this episode is sponsored by Dr. Phil 2 Presents The Adventures of the Snuggly Wugglies, now available on Amazon. So go and get your copy today, everybody. Thank you, everybody. Dr. Hislop, how are you today?
I'm doing well. Thank you so much for asking.
Yes. Thank you so much for being a part of our program today. We are here to talk about you. We're here to talk about your path and journey in education. So take us to the beginning. Like, what really inspired you to get into education? And before I even let you go with that, I just want to appreciate you and thank you. You've given me my opportunities to speak in the educational space, given an opportunity coming straight out of this new Dr. Phil 2 experience. And I just thank you so much and appreciate you.
You're welcome.
Yes. So tell me a little bit about you. How did you get into education?
At first, I did not want to be a teacher, but when I left high school, that was actually the first opportunity that presented itself. And after I started working in the school system, I developed a passion and a love for children. And I just wanted more so to change lives. I wanted to make an impact, especially on those who were underserved or challenged academically. And that gave me a lot of joy. When I saw a child who could not read or who could not solve a math problem or who struggled academically begin to feel successful, the joy I felt was something that I just could not explain. And I just started learning and growing in that career path.
Absolutely, and you've done phenomenal. So you started. Did you start as a teacher and then work your way up to being a principal? How was that experience?
Yes, I started as a teacher in the Caribbean, Trinidad and Tobago to be exact.
Hey.
In that capacity with high school passes only, we call it like an assistant teacher. And then I went to college and I pursued a bachelor's degree in education with minors in music, piano, and voice. And I also went on further to study my master's degree in special and inclusive education, and then a doctoral degree in educational leadership. So that was basically my path. But when I became the principal of PS 59, I realized that many of my students struggled with behaviors, and I
Mm.
felt that I needed more training to understand them. In spite of having a special education degree, I felt that the behaviors were so challenging that it impacted academics. And also, I felt it would render me ineffective as a principal if I could not get it under control. So I
Wow.
quickly enrolled into Hunter's College Behavior Analyst Program. I
Yes.
completed the advanced certificate program there in applied behavior analysis so that not only would I be able to try to educate students, but I can help change behaviors and make a greater impact on my community.
And speaking of, that behavior, there's something that you did at your school you brought in you created a room and a space for them, and you brought in this like little cubby where they can just go in and kind of sound off or be at peace. And tell me about that room, because that room is phenomenal.
So that room is called a sensory room.
Yes.
And sensory rooms are spaces where students get to go and help with self-regulation. So as I thought of my community, my school was actually 95% Title I, which means most of my students came from low-income families. And we are fortunate that when we get stressed out, we can hop on a plane and go to the Caribbean, or we can go to a spa or something. But that was not the reality for most of my students. So I wanted to create a space where my students could get that Caribbean feel. So the theme of the sensory room was like a beach feel. You saw coconut trees and birds chirping and the ocean sound from the sensory machine, and kids could come in there and they can unwind. And actually, I did not allow students to come into that room when they were on 10. You got to come into that room as a reward for being good, for helping yourself to self-regulate in the classrooms and in the hallway. You could come in and you could just decompress. So when a student walked into that room, you can feel the calming effect, the aroma, the sound, all your senses. It's a sensory room, so your senses would be highly activated in there. And it just brought a lot of joy to my students.
Yeah. I mean, tell me about what would happen when they would go in there. I mean, what was that first experience of them going in that room?
The kids were joyful when they went in there, whether it was jumping in the ball pit or just laying out on the rug with the guidance counselor and talking about what's bothering them today. I also created a space for IEP mandated students to get OT and PT in that room. So some kids got additional therapy services in there. And it was just a nice space for them to come and enjoy outside of the classroom. And when it was extremely cold and kids could not go outside to blow off some of their energy, that was just another space for them to really exhale.
Oh yeah, 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 definitely. And I think that that was phenomenal. I think that was a great thing for kids to just come into. And as they are coming in, and as I came in, I just wanted to go in the room and have some peace, right?
Yeah, it's very common. And then there was the Buddha boot in there. That was really for the teachers, because
Right.
sometimes we focus a lot on the kids, but the adults also need care. And
Hmm.
that was where a teacher could go and sit in there and just draw the curtains, put the music on, and really just decompress if they are having a hard time. And
Right.
the boot had a way you can put occupied so no one else would come in or try to come in. So I wanted a space where my community could feel that emotional support. And this is something I'm still doing in my work as the director of special education. I'm still going to schools and supporting principals in creating those meaningful spaces for children, because I know how much it has a great impact on them.
Oh yeah, 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 definitely. And I think that I just wish that more schools can have that. I mean, just all kind of schools can. But I'm going to show everybody just a picture of the booth. It's going to be in the middle of the screen, but this is the best I can do real quick. But I just want everybody to see what this thing looked like right here. So this is what it was. And as you're seeing this here, you're seeing the breathe into your excellence. And I was like, wow, I don't have a picture of the whole room right now, but that picture right there was very phenomenal. So it definitely helps. And so, as you're talking about, you notice things with the behavior, that's part of bringing the solution. That's part
Yes.
of bringing the solution. Hey, what's up, everybody? Listen, we see everybody in the space, in the place. Yes. Thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in to It's Feel Good Friday. And we are here with none other than the educator, the one and only Dr. Sherry Ann Joseph Hislop. So listen, we have right here, this is your book. And This is a cover of your book right here, Beyond the Bell. Uh, and so when we're talking about this, and you're bringing your expertise into play here, and really above, as you're seeing here, you're seeing this QR code. I'm sorry, you're seeing this QR code right here. Um, you can scan it and go to Amazon and get her book even right now, everybody. You can go ahead and get this book. So, taking in all that you have just said, what inspired you to write this book?
As a principal, I felt there was a need to empower and collaborate with parents more. A
Yes.
lot of parents are crying out for help with students who are neurodiverse, and they don't know. And sometimes we take it for granted that when a child comes into school and a child is behaving a certain way, that they can just stop this behavior.
Yeah.
Behaviors are symptoms. Behaviors are children crying out for something. They want something. And when we see a child with a fever, we take it seriously because we know that something is going wrong. When we see a child with a behavior that is unacceptable, something is also going wrong, and
Right.
we need to take it seriously. And there are functions of behaviors. There are reasons why children behave the way they do. And I wanted to empower parents with a tool that can help them work beyond the bell. So
Mhm.
after dismissal, here are some things that you can do at home.
Yes.
And this book is written very much like a workbook because there are questions that you have to answer and journal with your child to focus specifically on your child. So it's not just a book of content, it's also a book where you get to reflect on what is happening with your child and learn the strategies that you can try with your child. And I believe this collaboration would definitely help parents. There's a lot of research out there, a lot of research that says do this, do this, do this, but there's not a lot of practical guides, workbooks where parents can actually take quick tips and strategies and try it with their child, reflect on it, journal it,
Right.
write the plan, write the vision, make it plain, and then
Yeah.
see the outcome with their child. So that's what I wanted to do differently with this. I also wanted to make it very readable. So I remember in my journey as a principal, there were lots of parents that struggled reading the notes I sent home.
Yep.
I did not want a book heavily grounded in research, but I wanted a practical, actionable book that was very easy to read and one that parents can quickly go through. Even their child can sit with them and read with them and change the behaviors that are impacting their academics.
This is the book right here, everybody, Beyond the Bell. And listen, the QR code is right here. You can go get this. And you're an educator, this book is for you. You're a parent, this book is for you, especially Beyond the Bell. I love the title because I believe that, parent and educators, it's a partnership. It's a partnership. It's not just, all right, I'm sending them to school and then that's it. It's the parent showing up. And you've had a successful parent engagement, when you were the principal, PS 59. So I was able to come in and talk to parents, and you had that on an ongoing basis where the parents can come in and also get resources. So this is not just coming out of, okay, I just need to write a book. This is coming out of a practical experience that you believe in, that you have done. And now this is in a book, and also you speak about this. So you go and you'll speak to educators as well.
Yes, I want people to know that many of the times we see undesirable behaviors in children, they can be changed. I want people to know that there's work that can be done at home and there's work that can be done in the school. And a
Yes.
teacher picking up the phone every day and giving a bad report to a parent, it's frustrating. But
Yes.
if the parent knew what to do at home, do you think the child would come into school acting like that? And if the
Mm,
child knew how to behave, would they act like that? But we're not getting to the root causes. Why is this child behaving in this way? And what can we do to change the behaviors? And Everyone has a role to play in changing the behavior of a child who is struggling. Now, I know that there are some behaviors that cannot be changed, like, students who are autistic and maybe stemming and doing things that are part of who they are. Medically related behaviors are difficult to change. But if we have a child who is screaming and running the halls all day because they just want attention, and when you come and bring the dean, the principal, the AP, the mother, everybody comes running around that child when they cry for attention, you have just reinforced the behavior that you're trying to stop. So we need to understand, why is this child seeking attention, and provide attention in a positive way, so that the child will not have to do negative things to get attention. Or is the function of behavior escape? They can't do the work. The math is just too hard. So every time math comes around, they start flipping and turning up the chairs in the classroom because they don't want the whole class to look at them as the dumb kid. So they're going to do things to hide that academic deficit. And if we know the function of behavior, we can change the behavior when we understand and we have the strategies in our back pocket to help our kids.
Absolutely, absolutely. And having the resources is everything. And even as a parent, where you've provided all the right resources, you have given them all the opportunities. And there's really nothing where some of these kids lack in some homes, but still find themselves in behavioral problems. So sometimes finding the solution to what is happening, why are they acting out? Some kids, now I don't know, you could tell me better. What happens when a child is not challenged enough, whether in school, at home, but they have their brain is just working and they're really bright, but they may not feel challenged enough? What happens in that circumstance?
Well, sometimes they get blamed for ADHD because they just won't sit still, they're bored. But I think once the teachers and the parent identify that, hey, this is a child who's performing above grade level, and the child can benefit from differentiated instruction that meets them on their grade level, that challenges and inspires them, that problem is gone. I mean, everyone knows that one size does not fit all in the classroom. You're going to have high performing kids, you're going to have on grade level kids, and you're going to have low performing kids. And teachers are trained with differentiated instruction to challenge students who can do more and should do more. So, gone are the days when we would say, we don't know what to do with a child like that. We do know what to do with children like that.
Oh, absolutely. Yes, yes, indeed. So, listen, everybody, go ahead and get this book and go check out this QR code, right? It is on Amazon. You can get it, you can order it. I'm going to make sure I review it because I do write for a magazine, and I feel like this book is going to help so many people. And I want you to go and support that, and then write a review, not just buy the book, but write the review on the book, and so that we can help others, share it with others. Ask your schools to share that, and you can contact Dr. Hislop about speaking for your educators and for your professional development, and also opportunities where this book can go. So we have these things with uh, behavioral and helping parents to partner with children, helping them to partner with their scholars, and being able to see where the value is and be able to bring the solution. What other challenge do you see in education today? I mean, right now, it's funding, it's politics now are getting involved, and I feel like one of the things that politicians like to target a lot when they want to cut a budget or do this is cut the education funds. But if we did have all the funds available to you, what programs would be the best sustainable programs that help behavioral, that help whether it's creative arts. Now, you did great on creative arts. You did high production plays. You did high recording. How beneficial was that creative arts towards helping students?
I'm not going to name the author, but I believe that true education is the harmonious development of the physical, the mental, the social, of all aspects of a child.
Yeah.
I don't believe that a child should just go into the classroom every day and it's math and ELA and science. I believe that children should learn to do other things. And one of the things I did at my school was I created an industry room. From an elementary level, my students were exposed to many industries. And that's a model that I learned from the same author, where you
Mhm.
expose students to so much more. I had the sewing industry, I had the barbering industry, hair braiding, I had cooking, I had photography, I had DJing, I had podcasting. I had all these industries, and I surveyed my students to see what can you do? What would you like to learn about? And the infusion of this career connected learning from the elementary level built a love for students in to come to school, because I want people to acknowledge everyone is not going to Harvard or Yale. Everyone may not get to college, but there are a lot of successful business people out there who just do what they love to do and do what they can do best. And I did not want my students to leave school without hope. I wanted them to know you don't have to kill and steal and sell drugs. Here are some things that you can do that are viable and profitable options. A barber in New York City can make about $2,000 a week. A DJ can make about $500-$600 to play at one event. There are so many things you can do. The hair braiders. And I shared this with my students because I saw within them the ability for more. I remember because I was a music teacher, I played the piano and I sing. I studied music at college, even along with my degree. I was given an opportunity to take a contract with the Bahamian government. I taught piano and voice in the Bahamas for 2 years, 2 wonderful years, just because I had an additional skill. So I want my kids to have that additional skill, that they have options. And that's the philosophy of my educational background, that you give students a whole rounded education, holistic education.
Hey, that's the gospel truth right there. Well, tell me a little bit about your position, how you're serving, what you are serving as, and how it is impacting students of this nature.
Okay, presently I serve as the director of special education for Brooklyn North, and I work with about 8 districts, ensuring that students receive their special education mandates, whether it's counseling, speech, OT, physical therapy, whatever they need to succeed. I also work with schools, ensuring that they meet these mandates and helping them to create environments where students can really thrive in spite of their disability. I am excited about this work because I love to qualitatively improve the lives of those I work with. It's very fulfilling when you see a student succeed. And this job gives me an opportunity to help students to succeed, to help schools to be successful, and just to really make families and all the stakeholders excited and happy about the success of every child.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Listen, special education. And so, do you find a lot of educators going into that field, or is it a field where we need more?
We need more. We have a lot of vacancies right now for special education teachers. We have a lot of vacancies for occupational therapists, for physical therapists, for speech teachers. Like, we do need more, and there are numerous opportunities for folks to go into these careers that AI will not replace.
That's true. That's true. as, as much as it's be human contact human education is still necessary, everybody. So listen, if you're looking to get into education, definitely consider the special education field. We need more, and need more that not only understand us, we're in Black History Month, and we need more that understand culture as well. So culture, behavior, all of that together, we need more. We need more. And so listen, we want you to consider this field. So want to thank you. Thank you, Doctor, for coming on my program, talking about your book. Again, we want to reemphasize this is Beyond the Bell, Beyond the Bell. All right. And you're giving confidence to those, to our scholars, to our educators. This is the book. This is the QR code right here that you can go scan to get to Amazon and get this book today. Get this book today. Now, before we close this program here, it is Feel Good Friday. Feel Good Friday. Everybody has to feel good about something. What can somebody feel good about today?
I think everyone can feel good about the hope that comes with this book. Parents don't have to feel alone. A child does not have to feel unseen, unheard, or forgotten. I think today you can feel good about the hope that comes with this resource.
I love it. I love it. Yes. Hope. And that's what this world needs now. The world needs hope. We need more hope in this world. We need people out there giving more inspiration, giving instruction, giving resources so that our scholars can grow and be their best self. Finally, you're an educator. Now you have moved up to administration. What do you want to tell a young educator right now?
I think what I would say is that it's a calling. And when you answer this calling, children don't care about how much you know until they know how much you care. Yeah. And every day we get the opportunity to change outcomes for children. And I think answering that calling and giving it the best, never giving up, never losing faith in a child, I think these are some of the things that I would tell young educators. It's not easy. It's not an everyday joyful day kind of thing, but it's a rewarding profession. And when you answer to this calling, don't look back. Don't give up.
I love it. I love it. How can somebody reach you? How can somebody reach you to contact you for speaking or whatever they need?
I'm on all social platforms, LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. I'm on every social platform, so anyone can reach out to me there, or they can go through you.
Hey, that's right. That's right. Come on, Dr. Phil, too. Listen, go ahead and subscribe to this video. Make sure you press like. Make sure you share it with somebody. We appreciate your support. This is a platform where we feature many people, many influencers, and this is one that we are featuring. You can go get that book today, but we'd love for you to subscribe to our channel, Dr. Phil 2, Shaping Your New Start. We believe everyone needs a new start. We believe everyone needs a new beginning and to reset. So reset how many times you need to. But today it's Feel Good Friday, and we feel good about Dr. Sherry-Ann Joseph Hislop that is in the building, written her book. We feel good about her book, Beyond the Bell. So make sure that you go out and get it, everybody. Thank you so much for what you do for me. Thank you so much for what you do for educators. And we appreciate you, and we wish you nothing but success.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. All right, everybody, listen, make sure you get this book. It's Feel Good Friday. Share, like, and subscribe right now. Take care, everybody. Make sure you feel good about something. It's Feel Good Friday with Dr. Phil 2. It's time to fill your Friday with something good. Come on together, let's shape a new start with clarity, confidence, and purpose. It's Feel Good Friday.